Hello guys, what is up? Is me Rahul here, bringing you guys another NHL video. Today, we missed the playoffs for the first time in 3 seasons. Our second season, we missed the playoffs. I'm gonna say this, you guys have meant the world to me and everything. So please be sure to drop a like, don't forget to subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. So, we won this game against Columbus Blue Jackets, but because of tiebreakers with the Seattle Kraken, we had a winning record, but, yeah, we missed the playoffs. So, my goal for the next couple of episodes, so far, by the time you're watching this, by the way, this is just a reminder, and everybody who loves the series, this is gonna be season 5 of the series. Next episode will be season 6. After that will be season 7. Now, depending on how it goes and everything, I may end the series on season 7, or season 8, depending on how I'm feeling at that time. So, with everything, because I want to start fresh and brand spanking new with a new video game. A lot of people might not realize, so I will be doing content like this. So Jake DeBrusk, this is something I did not expect doing because he has 35 points. Like, in real life, Jake DeBrusk is still on the Boston Bruins. AJ Tarnasky is a guy that only had 8 goals. It was a plus minus net, minus 6, a plus minus negative 6. And Wyatt Kalyuk, not really. So I traded up from the number 9 pick. We have Vincent Cunha and all those guys, Roman Novak, Vikingstad, all those guys. We're just gonna bring them up, and when I eventually end the series, get a good amount of draft picks and everything, you know, I want to be able to be like, you know what, I actually did this. So yeah, and not only that, I have to dump a bunch of salary cap stuff in order to get some dudes, which I understand that's a little bit odd. Like, I signed the guys and then dumped them for cap space, but I do realize that is such a good thing. Visit Comio for Buffalo, that doesn't work for me, really. So, you know what? I have the number 9 pick. I actually found trades. I wanted to do this now. You might be thinking to yourself later on, why did you trade Jake DeBrusk? Well, and some of the low elites. In this particular scenario, I always do things that make sense for the team. And Diegel was not an option, but I could trade my next year's first round pick and this year one of my other round picks for Pittsburgh Penguins, and that's all I needed. So we got the 4th overall pick. Most of them are leads. Yes, my draft class quality is high. So I checked out some of the dudes while scouting and everything. I got a really good goalie, but the thing is Darcy Agon was a very good quality pick, player. And Marcus Bormstrov, is also a good goalie. He's a gem, obviously. But I was Kaylee Naslund. I wanted to pick a certain guy up, and with our pick, yes, with our pick, like, we are gonna select, like, as you see, as you're, like, looking, like, looking at my choices, yeah. With this selection, we pick Brett Miller, an X Factor dude. We do have the number 9 pick, and I'm simming, I don't know why I didn't want the San Jose's pick, because it wouldn't even make any sense. I didn't even want to trade away my pick, so that's just one thing. So yes, there was a franchise player, franchise quality low. He was a goalie, which I find it really odd to say. And this prospect, Darcy Agon, I got him. Yep. Now you might be thinking he didn't have those abilities, but he actually is an X Factor. And what's even crazier is that he's a very good quality player. Edwin Mancrary, yeah. And I actually, I didn't know who to pick, but I looked at my gem dudes, and I decided, you know what, I didn't even want to pick up my gem dudes, because they were low quality, and that is the issue with some of the players. Yeah. Salvador MacArthur. Like, there were not a lot of good guys in the upcoming draft, really. And Colton Blum, John Ho, with an O, not A, And I have a goalie, like, I got goalies and everything. I was like, you know what? And Petri, like, these guys, I don't know how to pronounce theirs. Yale Buckley. I was like, you know what? Let's pick him. He was a starter, medium, a hybrid type goalie. And we move on to the second round. So, at this point, the guys that you're seeing are not really good. We actually do make the pick for the elite medium dude, which I'm very proud of doing, really. And so that's that for that. So for this series, coming to a close, I know I'm talking about this like in the near future. If I decide to end the series on season 7, or maybe season 8, I don't know about 10 seasons, because I'm going to work on a different series that I really want to do, which I think I'm going to be really proud of, in the future, in terms of expanding my content, so, as you see, and as you see tell by my voice, it's like really repetitive, which I absolutely hate. Um, and most of these guys are really good prospects. But sometimes the guys are not really good prospects, and it really makes me like think how far in like our path, is really, how we are. And we picked up another goalie, I guess, or something. I don't know. Salvador MacArthur, we picked up him. Then we go to the 7th round. Now there are a lot more elites, I can say, and we picked up Wes Corbin. So that's I guess you could say, the end of the draft. Our draft class is really good. I'm gonna say that straight up front. I look at the guys who are contracts and stuff like that because that's really important in my opinion. And like, first of all, you have to qualify guys who are RFA, and that's somewhat really important. And then you have to like make sure you also sign a contract with some of these dudes. So that's all I have to say for that. And I qualify for RFA. That's the most important thing for any NHL contract. Like, you qualify them and then you give the contract. That's the most important thing. And like, I have never understood the qualifications for restricted free agents, because back then free agency wasn't a thing back in the old days of like sports. Now it's a thing. Technically in soccer it still has that, but and I also am getting some of the guys who are like elites, like I'm signing them to contracts. Brett Miller, I signed a contract to, because that's what I wanted to do. Really, McCary, I also signed a contract with, but with the X Factor dudes I'm gonna bring up, I'm gonna put them on my team. And then when it comes to my team, yeah. And also, Darcy Agon has a shutdown X Factor as a left winger. So I'm gonna try by season, if the season ends by like 10, which is my goal, then I will be really proud of the fact that I made this team. So much, like, very good, because I played on rookie and semi-pro, haha, and we missed 2 times, we made it to the first time in the playoffs. That's really good. Actually, this might be... So, this is season 6, actually. So, my bad in the beginning of the video. So, for the next couple of seasons, it could be season 7, 8, so on. Because, that's just how it is. And everything. because I feel like, that's just how it is. And I'm just signing most of these guys who are qualified RFAs, those things, because I want to develop them. I want to make sure that they're good in the upcoming drafts. In the upcoming Burnaby Aces squad. In terms of doing like another franchise, I don't think it's in the realm of possibilities, considering of my mental health and everything, and also the fact that I'm getting very burnt down on games these days, and it doesn't even make any sense, and I hate it so much, and it's not right for me. So what I am gonna say is, if you've been with me for a while now, if you look at the contracts and everything, I always check that stuff going into the new fresh year of something. When it comes to the contracts and stuff like that, this is the thing. Like, some of the guys, I understand, I have to trade away some of the guys for draft capital in the foreseeable future. I have to make sure that also at the same time the contracts make sense, because in Madden you can't restructure contracts, and also at the same time, in Madden you can restructure contracts, those kind of things, but in NHL you can't edit a contract as far as I'm aware of, for draft capital purposes and everything. You can edit a player, but you can't edit draft capital and those not draft capital, but the contract to restructure for the salary purposes. In case of oh, I'm gonna sign a better player. Oh, I'm gonna sign this player and everything. We also have Matthew Joseph and those guys. 13 contracts are on these soon. Those are the rookies. So expect some of our rookies to start for season 7. That's our main goal. It's really an honor to rebuild, I guess, forcefully, because of EA. I use forcefully, take forcefully in quotations and that kind of stuff. So yeah, and one more thing, please be sure to understand that this is a really good series that I have been dreading to do for so long in a rebuild phase. I might do different series here and there for NHL because it warms my heart. I'm going to end after season 10. Now, for the Be a Pro series, I don't know where to go for it, but, it is what it is. I looked at this dude. This guy's name was Edvinson. He's a very good, elite medium dude. He's a UFA. I picked him up. It was really good because I don't know why they let him go. That just is really odd. Thomas Chabot, Mikhail Sergachev. Yeah. Because they're Victor Hedman. There are not many dudes, and I look at the contract length and contracts and those things, and they're asking for a lot of money, And it's like, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But I don't know how it's gonna work. So, I don't know when these are gonna be uploaded. They're gonna be uploaded after sort of college basketball season reviews that I did. Make sure you check those out. I do feel like that's gonna make a splash. Please understand that this series is, as far as NHL 23, it's one of my best series. I might revisit the Boston Bruins alumni. We'll see about that. Just take this episode as kind of a reminder where I'm here. I'm still alive. You know what? I love NHL 23 deep down. I'm an NHL fan of the Boston Bruins. Madden has been way put aside, and I think it's going to be there for a while. I tried revisiting Madden, but it did not feel the same. And also one thing, I did try to get Andre Vasilevsky. That's something. I also I offered 11 million for 4 years. Just saying a lot because he's 33 years old. He's a franchise exact. He's gonna go down and down and down. Digel, I decided, you know what, let's pick him back up because, you know, I want him a part of our team. He's an elite high, and, you know, he did really well, like with us, 14 wins, 12 losses, 1 overtime loss, 2 shutouts, .901 save percentage. That is really good for one of our goalies. Yeah, and eventually, I'm not going to say much for next season, but it's really an honor. So, all I can say is, get ready for next season. A lot of big changes coming. Yeah, how can I put this? Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. I will see y'all in Season 7. Peace.